Hello and welcome to This Week in F1, the show where we go through the best and worst moments from around the racing world. So, what has been going on this week? Well, we found out just how Yuki Tsunoda gets from Grand Prix to Grand Prix.
Yeah, but of course I open. Yeah, you fit in.
Did anyone else see the big crash that happened in the paddock?
Round showed a very good improvement, so that was the main things we...
Now, I don't know about you, but that is a guaranteed way to get yourself into a team's hospitality. And finally, Max Verstappen has been finding new ways to stop Lewis Hamilton.
As you can see, it's now Group 2, and we're joined by Charles Leclerc, and we're going to be joined shortly by Lewis Hamilton.
Well, it's good to be back. Sorry I'm late. I got locked in my room. The door really wouldn't lock. Yeah, I couldn't get out.
F1 was back this week with the USGP, and Max Verstappen took victory over Lewis Hamilton, a race which saw the two championship contenders take each other all the way, with neither of them faltering. However, we did see a clash from Lewis Hamilton right at the end.
After tomorrow, but I'm going to get my sleep.
The star of the show, though, was 7'1" giant basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal, who not only got to the race in style,
he did look fairly beaten up, didn't he?
Yeah.
but also showed us just how small F1 drivers really are. You think that's bad? You should see Shaq handing out the trophy. Sergio Perez joined the two of them on the podium with an incredible drive, despite not having his drink system for the whole entire race, really taking Heineken's slogan a little bit too far. Turns out the water was actually emptied before the race had even begun, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure I know who the culprit was. On top of this, Perez also fell ill over the weekend, so what was it that got him so down? Was it a cold? Maybe a sore throat?
I was suffering from some diarrhea early in the morning.
I mean, no wonder there was a massive gap behind him. It really puts a new meaning to the word dirty air. Many expected Hamilton and Verstappen to come together during the race, with those two starting side by side each other on the grid, but the fight happened before the race had even begun, and it wasn't between those two at all. It was between Sky's Martin Brundle and rapper Megan Thee Stallion. Now, we've seen it many a times when a celeb would have an awkward moment with Martin on the grid.
Yeah, I'm currently writing a musical about the life and times of Rasputin.
Or even just blank him entirely.
Venus, can we have a quick word? Martin Brundle, Sky F1. Can I give you a second chance with that question? Yeah, I think that was a firm no, wasn't it?
This time though, whilst Megan was actually quite happy to talk to Martin, her bodyguards were having none of it, pushing Brundle out of the way at one point.
Megan, Martin Brundle from British television. How are you? Megan Thee Stallion, you're a freestyle rapper. I think she's happy. Okay, boss.
Before Draco Malfoy runs in and says, "You can't do that," to which Brundle said,
Who are you supporting in the race? I can do that because I did.
I'm a savage.
Elsewhere during the USGP and Lance Stroll's engineer's Deliveroo got cancelled.
Ocon 4 behind pushing. For fuck's sake.
Rich Energy have been teasing their return in 2022, but some eagle-eyed fans actually saw the company at the race. Speaking of 2022 cars, and Red Bull were actually caught vandalising the Haas's project. F1 teams up with the NBA this weekend to celebrate 75 years of the sport, where drivers would take part in a free throw challenge. And, I mean, some of them were not actually too bad. Others, on the other hand, were, well, truly awful. But I think the surprise and the best of the weekend had to be Ferrari boss Binotto. Alex Albon was also pretty good, in fact actually showing off at one point. Now, if only sinking baskets would secure you a Red Bull seat, Alex. But I think what we all want to see, though, is a 10v10 basketball match between the drivers, and we've actually had an insight of what that might look like. That will do for this week in F1. If you see something that you think should be featured in this show, make sure you send it to me in my socials in the description. Subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you same time next week. But until then, bye for now. Bye!